What's up, nerds? Welcome back to the channel. Today we have another inflatable that we're going to be going through with you. It's the Wilderness Systems iATAK 110. It's an 11-foot inflatable kayak. This one is like a true inflatable kayak. Nobody's going to argue in the comments, be like, that's not a kayak, it's a raft, it's a pontoon. You're wrong. This is actually a kayak.
No tunes. No tunes at all.
If you took a kayak, instead of just hard plastic, you made it inflatable plastic, that's this. So we're going to be inflating it. We'll do a time test with you. Same as we did with the IO Flywater that you guys saw, which is already inflated, ready to go. That way we don't double time our problems. Then I'm going to go out in this one today. You're taking the Flywater. We're going to do a stability test, which you'll see in a separate video with both of these. So it'll be an inflatables stability test. Later on, we'll do a stab test.
100%.
While Paul's in it, I'll stab it and I'll push him out to water.
Now stab me and then take the boat. It's pirate law.
Shh, don't tell him. It's admissible in court.
Edit this out.
So what we're gonna do is we're gonna crack this bad boy open. It's never been inflated. I haven't set this up. I don't know how it's supposed to set up. We're gonna learn on the fly like we did with the Flywater. That's how it goes on this channel. You guys know how it is. So let's get this done. Let's go fish. Let's see how we like the iATAK from Wilderness Systems.
Yeah, let's get a timer going on this thing. Jeff, what's your code?
I need your face. Give me your face. All right. Stopwatch at 00.
I'll be the one starting this.
Thank you.
All right, step one. You have to unzip the bag. I just want to let you know. Start. No, start. Go.
Big wide opening like before. See?
You go here.
I have not used it. It's still covered in plastic.
Still in the wrap.
So here's our pump.
That's the exact same one that we have on the aisle.
That's our captain's bridge. Yeah, it's the same exact pump.
This thing is sick. You can clamp stuff to it. Oh, go ahead.
I don't know if you saw the aisle, but these actually unclip on the aisle. So it's more compact, but interesting. Foot rests.
Now this is what your feet are going to press against when you are paddling. This is like a captain's bridge. You can attach stuff to this. You can use it to stand up. It's pretty cool. Just a little aluminum 3-piece guy right there. And then you do get a repair kit. So it comes in a little waterproof container. They should all come with this. I mean, that's a big duh. All right, so look at this. The crazy thing about this one, it has actual sidewalls. This is the width of the sidewalls, maybe 2 inches wider than the average kayak. That's about it. So pretty freaking rad. And then it does have the plates for installing accessories. You have to buy a iATAK accessory for each one of these, and then you can put whatever you want on it. So the cost is a little bit higher, but you know, whatever accessories you want in the inflatable. So 1, 2, 3, and then 4. There's a 4th one there in the middle.
All right.
And this one has a real seat. Where's the seat? We'll get it later?
I'll get it later.
We'll get it later.
The same valves as we have on the Flywater.
Yeah, it's the same pump.
Yep.
And then did you read what PSI to inflate this to? Because that's important.
Also, I'm on the reverse pump side.
He's pumping the air completely out of the boat.
Good job.
Let's see. It should say somewhere on here.
It says right here, 14 PSI.
All right, 14.
Pressure release valve activates at 14 PSI. Never mind. 10 to 12.
All right, 10 to 12 for the main body. And there's a gauge right on the top right there so you can see where you're at.
It has plastic wrap over it. Everything's so new.
I would expect, I'm gonna guess this is gonna take, just with the newness and everything, 10 minutes.
Probably.
You can actually fill these up at home before you even leave. That's what I did. I had this one 90% inflated, pumped each one up just like 1 or 2 PSI, done. That's what I would recommend if you can do it, if you've got a truck. But that's the great thing about inflatables. If you don't have a truck, if you don't have a big vehicle, if you don't have a lot of space, if you're not sure if you're fishing, but hey, maybe you want to take a boat, I think freaking fits in a big duffel bag, weighs under 50 pounds naked. So that is a really compelling reason to get into this. If you want to get into kayak fishing, but you don't have a garage or whatever, this could be a good option for you. I think there's a lot of benefits to inflatables, and you'll see it when we do the stability test. Oh, good call. So just gonna attach these before it's fully inflated, because this whole thing will be a little bit less rigid and probably a little bit easier to manage. Great call. Great call indeedy. That's the sound of a man struggling.
There it is.
Oh God. Wow.
Easy peasy.
There you go. Installed.
And then these
are your foot braces, and they just sort of Velcro, or they just slide into these little compartments here. You gotta move it forward. There you go. And Jeff is ready to have his feet braced.
Bracing.
Sick.
For impact. Hopefully
Bumper
not.
boats.
Hopefully, well, yep, we do have that.
What's that thing in the middle?
It does have carry handles. That's for your seat. I don't know what that middle chamber is for.
What were you asking me to do?
Let's say just show the just stand on it with one foot and use one hand and just kind of casual. You don't even have to like, you just casually take your time. You'd be shocked at how much getting a full extension.
Efficient.
It is really efficient. After doing it a couple times, that's how I do it. It's just you get a full pull.
Yeah.
And it's real. It's
We're
effort.
almost there.
There's no effort. Like the effort is very low. You can double hand speed round it, but I really don't think there's a reason to do that.
Why?
See, because if you notice, Jeff was not getting the pump all the way up, so you're losing like 20% on each pull, and then you're just working harder than you need to. Couple of things I'll just
Is that
do in
a
that.
drain then? Does that just
It's gotta be, yeah.
Yeah.
We'll look at it. One thing I want to call out here, you do have some grippy here on the deck. So this is more of a smoother material. This is got a little grip to it. So you got some up by your feet up there, and then some for where you're gonna put your accessories. You've got some loops here, some D-rings for you to attach straps, bungees, whatever you want to call it, but something for you to attach a crate if you need to, which is really nice.
That
That
is
is
rock solid.
that is very solid.
That's it. We're done.
And
What's
then
time?
oh shoot, we do 8:57. That's much faster than the aisle. Not much. That is faster than the aisle, but not by much. Maybe 30 seconds. Some things to note. Hold on. Yeah, it is not heavy. 47 pounds, I think it is, with the seat. So Jeff does not have the seat. Let's look at the bottom here though, because this is a paddleable kayak. So you've got a bumper here in the front. That is hard plastic, and then in the rear we have a skeg we're gonna drop in. So there's a fin that clips in right there. You can also clip a Bixby down here, so you can put a motor in this. All right, skeg time.
Skeg me, Blazer.
I'll show you how the skeg goes in. It's quick. Okay, didn't need that at all. Not even a little bit.
Sorry.
All right, let's get this skeg put in. See if we can do it one-handed here. And it goes in reverse. So you're just gonna slide in, lock it in, and then you've got this bad boy right here. That is, oh, is it? I wanna make sure I put this in the right way. Yeah, it should be. Now you are clipped in. So when you wanna take it out, all you gotta do, press that little tab, pull this out, slide it out. Pretty easy. You could do this at the water at your leisure. And yeah, the repair kit's coming with us. You never know. We did mention there's a seat, and Jeff is bringing it. It's actually pretty sick. All right, let's get the seat in there. You got a real seat, so not a fake seat. What was that?
Skeg's already on?
Yep, skeg's on, so don't step on it too hard.
Watch out, it's really hard to put this seat in. Done.
Seat is done. So a couple things I want to call out about the seat. Actual material, real seat. Like this is very, like padding here. You get the webbing, which is nice, but you are in a real seat, which is cool. They got some bracing there at the back. But check this out. On the rear of the seat, on the seat back, you got a soft top. You can attach some accessories here, but you can stand or sit on this, which is pretty freaking awesome. We'll show you the standing, because while you might not believe that's possible, I think you'd be really surprised at how stable these inflatables are. Also, from a weight capacity perspective, it is intense. Jeff, this one has a 500 or a 450?
650.
650. Holy smokes. So 650 pound weight capacity.
What's up, boy?
Is completely bananas.
So we're done. 12:20, it's fully assembled. We've just been goofing off. Pretty quick, plus, like Paul was saying, you can leave it partially inflated.
Just do it at home, bring it almost ready.
But
all right.
pretty neat. Ready?
What do you want to do right now?
I'm gonna take this down to the water.
Okay. Stability? Okay. Just absolute disregard.
All right, folks, let's load up the Wildy for the first time. We get an idea where everything's gonna fit in. Okay. After I knock over all of Paul's rods. This is also only the second time that I'm using this crate. But look at that. Fits perfectly back there. I can see one issue right now. I forgot to bring any sort of tether. Hey, you got a bungee? We're gonna try strapping that down. All right, you guys, so there's the fly water that Paul's gonna be using today. He's gonna load it up right now. You guys have already seen a video on that. Here's the iATAK, the 110. Loaded it down. Do I have enough plastics? Paul?
For 3 people, certainly.
Well, there's 2 of us, but yes, I do. All right, so I kind of wanted to see what we could do loading this down. This is almost everything I put in my Titan X, which is kind of the idea here. I want to show you guys how much we could potentially load this up. Now, we had to do a crazy contraption to bungee this down, but if you had short bungee straps, if you had tethers, there's actually 3 metal rings back here that you could easily tether to your wilderness crate right there. Super easy. Just not something I have on me today. Too bad. Hopefully I don't flip. And then you got a little room behind the crate that you can put stuff, room in front of the crate that you can put stuff. I do need accessory mounts. I would put some cup holders on here. That way my drinks wouldn't be just sitting in the back. But we're gonna live with it today. And then if I had a track pack, it would go right here. And on that track pack, I could put all of my accessories, in that track pack, I could put all my extra baits, so they're not floating around, because in an inflatable, we don't treat it the same way we treat our normal bait graveyards, right, Paul?
That's right, Jeffrey.
We don't want to throw everything up in there. You're going to want to bring an extra something where you can put baits that you want to use, but you're not using right now, so the hooks aren't lying about and potentially puncturing your vessel.
Lying about.
Lying about. Yeah. Oh, God. Herbie! Don't worry, he floats. I knew it was a bad idea to bring my son.
Alright.
Herbie stays in the boat. Bro, this thing is fast. Look at me, dude. Are you joking my butt? This is absurd. Alright, y'all. I'm gonna get up here. I have not grabbed anything yet. Whatever's tied on's tied on. I'm using that. That said, I have plenty of things to experiment with, so that's nice. Uh-oh, treble hanging near my boat. Am I gonna die? Should we try our first standing fish? Let's try that. Now that I'm in deep water, that sounds like fun. Look at it. And nothing is stabilized. Okay. I will say, like, you can get your feet under the edge of these pontoons. Good luck falling. It's super stable. As long as you stay in this area, very stable boat. I don't think you have anything to be concerned about. So what we're doing, you guys, is we're taking a wide gap hook. You flip your fluke over. You go in through the bottom, about half the distance of that hook back, through the nose. And it's just a method of nose hooking that consistently gets bit. We hope today. Oh, did you hear that? That was my skip, dude. Yeah, machine gun skip. Yeah.
I'm using that 4-inch dagger from the guy. No, Fish or Die.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, it's like a blue, black, and like a clear base.
Yeah.
I'm not seeing anything over here. There. Well, I can actually see, well, I can't see into the shore, so that's fair. Got one. Oh, I got a decent one. Could not be more incorrect. Oh yeah, there. That was a nice one too. Oh, got him. In the tongue? I hate getting him in the tongue. Feels so bad. He's loose. Skinny boy, holy moly! Get a meal, a real meal. That is the drawback. Got him. Oh. Get up here, buddy. Alrighty.
All right, you guys, been fishing out of the boat for about an hour now. Here's a couple things I've noticed that I want to make sure I point out. Number one, underneath the sidewall, you can see there's a little bit of a gap. So when you stand, for more stability, what I found is you just tuck your toes under the sidewall, under the, oh my gosh, my brain's frozen. What is the sidewall called on a kayak? Gunnel. So these are your inflatable gunnels, and there's a gap underneath there. So when you are standing in this boat, if you want a little added stability, you just tuck your toes right underneath that gap. I feel extremely stable. Again, as long as I don't leave the open recessed area, the cockpit. If you exit that area, you will lose a lot of stability, is where it is. I feel very stable. I feel very comfortable in here today. And I will say this thing is speedy. This thing is super fast. Obviously, if you're sitting down. Now, the thing that goes with that is they designed a seat that sits very low. Now, I don't know about you guys. I've been fishing out of high seat boats for a long time. Hobie, Native, Titan X, all those things. So I'm kind of used to that. This is very low for me. Benefit, fast paddling. Detriment, standing up and sitting down is a long distance. So it's just something to keep in mind. You can kind of use this front rail as a little bit of an assist if you can reach far enough forward. It's not really designed for that. It's more of a captain's bridge, but I've been using it today. Otherwise, kind of tuck your feet and just hoof and get yourself up there. It's been a pleasant ride, and Paul and I were just talking. We think this will be like a super smooth river boat as long as we get anchors. I told Paul that. We were like, hey, do you want to hit the river this weekend? I said, no, not yet. I would prefer, once we get our mounting hardware from iATAK, which we're waiting on right now, it was out of stock, then we're going to rig up our anchor wizards on these. I'll feel very comfortable going on the river at that point. I just don't right now. So it's kind of where I'm at. But yeah, so far, a little midday checkup. Well, a little 1 hour in checkup there for you. Drag it like this. Everybody good? It was a good day. Yeah, we had fun. All right, y'all, done fishing for the day. Let's deflate this thing. Got my bag here. We're gonna switch this to the deflate side. It says deflate on it. Messed that up early today because I didn't read. You know I can't read. All right, so this is ready to go. First things first, we're gonna take these caps off and the seat out. So we'll add 30 seconds to whatever we did to take the seat out, take the bar off, all that stuff. But here we go, timer's running. Woohoo. Had a lot of air in there. So it took a bunch of air out of there. Now we can go back into this, pump it out. The vast majority of the air is out 3 minutes. Check this out, they've actually got straps in the bag on the inside, so you can open those up. That way if you're trying to get this real compact, you could. Usually just keep the seats separate, so basically everything else will be in here. And we're done. 5 minutes, 20 seconds. Neat. All right, you guys, that's all we got for today. So done testing out the Wilderness systems. Definitely going to use it more than just this one time. You also saw in future me has just deflated this boat and put it into the truck. So we showed you that, and present me is still fishing. Welcome to the world of editing. That's how it works. But yeah, I mean, I don't know how that went for me. Hopefully well.
Well, I think
probably great.
The one tip I'll give you when you go to do this in the future, you, and have already seen this viewer, you, when you stand on this and like get as much air out as possible by like letting
and
just
then
the boat
pump
do
out
itself,
the rest.
then pump out the air.
Yep.
You're pumping a lot less, but once you pump the air out, it's like sucking the air out of a sandwich bag. Like it will be completely devoid of air, black hole inside your inflatable, which is great when you're trying to fold it back up.
Yep. Then we'll roll it up, we'll tuck her on away, and it'll be easy peasy squeezy, I think. So there you guys go. Overall thoughts on this boat. I think from the cockpit position here, standing, walking around on it, the seat, flip down, all that stuff, very stable, very comfortable to fish out of, very fast as well. So as long as you're not expecting to be able to walk front to back on this thing, I think you'd be happy. A couple things that were like drawbacks to me.
Before you get to that, I would also say, seems like it'd be very good in the river. And I also like the fact that it has the same sort of like body type, like it has gunnels as like a sit inside type of kayak, which I think a lot of people would find pretty cool as well, because it's pretty unique.
100%. A couple drawbacks on this design. The like static foot braces that you have here that you normally want when you're paddling, they definitely help you with paddling. They're, to me, pretty uncomfortable. The edge of my foot is kind of resting on the edge of the plastic here, and then this spot about on my shin, you can actually see it's kind of red there, is leaning up against this piece here. So to me, that's definitely a drawback. Also, I'll stand up and sit down a few times and they fall out of those little slots. Earlier on, I talked about there should definitely be like a pin system at the front of this. See where it's like open right there? There should just be a pin that goes in there, but I don't have one. I don't think one came with it, and there's no slot for a pin to go through. So if that were there, I think that would be a huge plus on those, as well as, I don't know if we have to like shorten this, make it a little bit more skinny, or if
on the other side,
or if there could just be a cover right here, that'd be great, which also might in turn help it stay in place. So that was one thing that kind of annoyed me throughout the day. The other thing that annoyed me a little bit is that the straps actually like loosened up. Hi, Dragonfly. They're easy to pull down and tighten up, but they've been loosening up throughout the day. So I'll go to reach back and try to open up the Wilderness Systems crate, which also I love, but I go to open it up and my seat is in the way of these tabs, and I've got it set back as far as I can with my straps right now, so I can't really adjust it any further back. That was just like pretty much the two drawbacks that I found out of this. Other than that, I mean, it's been a pleasure to fish with.
Look at all the crap you got in there.
You could fit everything. Like I said at the beginning of the video, my goal was, can you fit as much as I normally put in the Titan X in here? Yes, you can, and it's pretty easy. I got all my plastics up front. They're strapped down with a bungee. That one, the Z-Man bag's just sitting there. There's actually room inside the cockpit right there where you can put like your lunch, your waters, whatever, and they don't really roll around too much. There is a measuring board in here. Didn't call that out. Haven't used it. Dink City, USA. And then, yeah, I'd say that's it. Like, it's overall, I think, a high value inflatable rig that anybody who got would be really happy with.
I would agree. And the last thing with inflatables that Jeff and I will continue to call out on any inflatable video, your wind control is not that good. So we definitely need to figure out some sort of anchor system, because it really helps with boat positioning, but you're gonna get blown around. So on less windy days like today, this is wonderful, but if the wind's kicking up, you're probably gonna really struggle with boat positioning if you don't have some kind of anchor system. But that's just the same with any inflatable at all, but we're kind of going through the pros and cons. So yeah, I think it matters.
I had fun in it, and I think if you got one of these, you would also have fun in it. Yeah, look forward to maybe more videos with this. We definitely want to get on the river with both of these. That's been the goal. We just don't have an anchor set up because we're waiting for this attachment from iATAK. Once we have those, we're going to put the anchor wizards on here. That'll put us in the river water, hopefully before September or during the month of September, which, if we are fishing in September, should be Smallmouth City.
Oh yeah, it should be
so
a lot
should
of fun.
Be good. So we'll probably go hit a section of like the Grand River or something, just Smallmouth Fishery USA up in here, up in Michigan. So we're gonna have fun with that. Stay tuned for it. Otherwise, have a nice day.
Have a great day.
Have a wonderful day. Have a stupendous day, and we'll catch you guys out of the water next time. Okay, bye.